Is what a protest is. So publicly going forth, making a solemn declaration that we stand as one united soul. That's the calling of our being. And so we're going to go through 4 waves of this. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And on the 4th session of silence, we're going to meditate deeply together for 8 minutes and 46 seconds. So the first periods of silence will be about 3 to 5 minutes, just so you know what's coming. And if you need to move and stretch, you'll be on mute, so you won't interrupt anyone as you might in the room. But feel free to sing along, even though you might be behind a little bit. But allow your cells, your body cavity, to vibrate with sound. It's really important. So if you're on mute, you could sing along, and no one will know what's going on, but your cells will be so happy. Okay. So I'm going to turn it back over to Sarah, who's going to open with the first poetry reading, but it's videos. And tell us.
Thanks, Lisa. So the first poem is one of my students. So I run an art center in Oakland, California called Destiny Art Center. And I won't go into that. If you're interested in looking it up, please do. In fact, one of my students just organized a protest that happened for Black students at Berkeley High School yesterday that thousands of people attended. So I'm really inspired by them. And so we re-inspire each other all the time. This poem is called What Color Is Your Freedom? And the poet is, I'm going to show you a video of it. The poet is Lael Jones. And the Destiny Arts Youth Performance Company is our teen dance theater troupe, our hip hop dance theater troupe. Based at Destiny. So I'm going to share my screen, and everybody turn off your camera so that we can see it fully.
Is your freedom. What color is your freedom? Growing up, I was taught that freedom was one thing: white. White snow, the white light at the end of the tunnel, the pearly white gates of heaven, white picket fences, white diamonds. Why couldn't freedom be other colors? What was wrong with my freedom being a little different? What if my freedom was yellow, sitting in sunflower fields, eating lemon pound cake? A quilt of amber, what if my freedom was yellow? Like gold speckled suns and buttery cornbread, taxi cabs and Beyonce's lemonade. Or what if my freedom was blue? Like midnight air on an ocean, a sea of stars, and a kiss from Yamaya. What if my freedom was blue? Like morpho butterflies and sapphire geodes, blue like the 7th planet from the sun and your favorite pair of Levi jeans. Blue like Dory and the best flavor of Otter Pops, morning glories, and relaxed on a mood ring. Or what if my freedom was red? Like picnic blankets and juicy ripe watermelon, like the love produced by a phoenix and a cardinal. What if my freedom was red? Like wishing wells filled with maraschino cherries and red vines, red like childhood memories of finger painting in Elmo. Or what if my freedom was black? Like family reunions and collard greens, cocoa butter and porch swings, black. Like Panthers and resistance, black. Like Sunday morning sermons and usher gloves, black. Like Octavia, like Audrey, like Baldwin. Black like Malcolm's dreams and Martin's vision. Black like Mandela's hope. Black like Eric, Sandra, and Oscar. Black like lives that matter. Black like second lines and southern draws. Black like Geechee, like Gullah, like the Bayou. My freedom is black. My black freedom is beautiful like Nina, like Ella, like Millie. It's fierce like Ferguson, it's strong like Mayweather. My black freedom don't die, it multiplies. And when my black freedom says, say aloud, it replies, I'm black and I'm proud. My black freedom is youthful, like scraper bikes and turf battles on BART trains. My black freedom dances, bone breaks, and pirouettes. It stomps and hollers and proclaims its joy. To the heavens, to God, to Allah and Oshun, my freedom is existence. My freedom is self-determined. My freedom is Black.
Okay, and everyone can turn their videos back on.
Yeah. Whew, just allow that to sink in. And put yourselves on mute, and I think you are, and just sing along if you feel like. Just open wide my heart. 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 My heart. My heart. A period of meditation.
Okay, the next reading, I'm sharing a poem that came to me after going on a civil rights pilgrimage to Alabama a few months ago. In a dream, I heard my ancestors say, "You do not need to suffer for us. We already did the suffering. Don't imprison yourself in the story of our oppression. Accept the story. The only thing for you to do to honor us is to be your magnificent self, without apology, without holding back. March on, little sister." We have music from Andy Anderson. Without sound yet.
See the morning sun shining in the sky. I can feel his warm embrace on my bed. Yes. As I look around and see all of nature's gifts to me, take it in, feel the love inside. I'm not gonna hold me back when I know everything's gonna be alright. This is a perfect day, perfect place for me. And I'm so glad to know I'm free, to see the best of you and me, and know that I am loved. Love is the only power in the universe I know can lift me up to a place I've never known. So I live from an infinite surrounded by love and grace, is all there is, and nothing else to know. So I'm not gonna hold me back when I know everything's gonna be alright. It's up to me to be the best I can be, and I'm so glad to know I'm free, to see the best of you and me, and know that I am loved. Oh, 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 hey, oh. So I look for my magnificent links, surrounded by love and grace. It's all there is, and nothing else to know. So I'm not gonna hold me back when I know everything's gonna be alright. I see myself the way I want to be, and I'm so glad to know I'm free, for there's only you and me, and know that I am loved.
Taking that into the silence for a few minutes. This next reading is called Peace. It's by Paramahansa Yogananda. Peace flows through my heart and blows through me as a zephyr. Peace fills me like a fragrance. Peace runs through me like rays. Peace stabs the heart of noise and worries. Peace burns through my disquietude. Peace, like a globe of fire, expands and fills my omnipresence. Peace, like an ocean, rolls on in all space. Peace, like red blood, vitalizes the veins of my thoughts. Peace, like a boundless aureole, encircles my body of infinity. Peace flames blow through the pores of my flesh and through all space. The perfume of peace flows over the gardens of blossoms. The wine of peace runs perpetually through the winepress of all hearts. Peace is the breath of the stones, the stars, and the sages. Peace is the wine of spirit, flowing and flowing from my silence at the center of my soul. Now there's a song called Peace.
When the world feels heavy with sorrow and my heart hangs weary and sore, when I start to lose my faith in tomorrow and see no end to this endless war, I close my eyes and hear a voice whisper quietly, saying, peace, peace, peace begins with me. Oh, peace, peace, peace begins with me. Trying to find a way to peace, we must see that peace is the way. Peace isn't every step we take, it's how we walk through every day. So close your eyes and hear a voice whisper lovingly, saying, peace, peace, peace begins with me. Oh, peace, peace, peace begins with me. Peace in every moment, peace in every step, peace in every heartbeat, peace in every breath, peace in every moment, Peace in every heartbeat. Peace in every breath. Peace in every. Peace in every step. Peace in every heartbeat. Peace in every breath.
Just taking that into the silence, filling to overflowing with peace.
Hi. I feel so blessed to be here with you all. This is a poem called Being Human by a woman named Naima. She lives just down the road from me here in upstate New York and is in an amazing duo called Climbing Poetry. I encourage you to check them out. And the poem of theirs is called Being Human. I wonder if the sun debates dawn some mornings, not wanting to rise out of bed from under the down feather horizon. If the sky grows tired of being everywhere at once, adapting to the mood swings of the weather. If clouds drift off, trying to hold themselves together, make deals with gravity to loiter a little longer. I wonder if rain is scared of falling, if it has trouble letting go. If snowflakes get sick of being perfect all the time, each one trying to be one of a kind. I wonder if stars wish upon themselves before they die, if they need to teach their young how to shine. I wonder if shadows long to just for once feel the sun, if they get lost in the shuffle, not knowing where they're from. I wonder if sunrise and sunset respect each other, even though they've never met. If volcanoes get stressed, if storms have regrets, if compost believes in life after death. I wonder if breath ever thinks of suicide, if the wind just wants to sit still sometimes and watch the world pass by. If smoke was born knowing how to rise, if rainbows get shy backstage, not sure if their colors match right. I wonder if lightning sets an alarm clock to know when to crack, if rivers ever stop and think of turning back, if streams meet the wrong sea and their whole lives run off track. I wonder if the snow wants to be black, if the soil thinks she's too dark, if butterflies want to cover up their marks, if rocks are self-conscious of their weight, if mountains are insecure of their strength. I wonder if waves get discouraged, crawling up the sand, only to be pulled back again to where they began. If land feels stepped upon, sand feels insignificant. If trees need to question their lovers to know where they stand. Branches waver at the crossroads, unsure of which way to go. If the leaves understand they're replaceable and still dance in the wind. I wonder where the moon goes when she's in hiding. I want to find her there and watch the ocean spin from the distance. Listen to her stir in her sleep. Effort give way to existence.
Beautiful.
Loving Spirit dwells in me. This is my divinity. As within, so without. All I need is here and now. Where there's error, let me love. May I have no fear. All the power, all the glory, I surrender, let it be. Loving Spirit dwells in me, now and evermore. me love. May I have no fear. All the power, all the glory, I surrender. Let it be. Loving Spirit dwells in me now and evermore.
In this last period of silence, we're going to go deeply into meditation, and we're going to meditate for 8 minutes and 46 seconds. And I invite you to bring to your heart's mind all those you are aware of who are in need of healing, body, mind, and spirit, as we bring in the sacred healing of love. And for all people in all situations, but especially for Black lives, bringing in the love. before we do a healing blessing, I'm going to invite Reverend Christy to offer a prayer of blessing and remembrance before we move into sending light to the world.
In this perfect and precious moment, right here where we are, there's only one living, breathing being as each one of us. And as our hearts have been opened and our bodies cleansed and our souls vibrating with harmony, in love, as love, through love, we allow ourselves in every moment to be awake and aware to the possibility of love. We breathe in and we rejoice. And we say yes. And so it is.
And so it is. Now, if you'd like to stand and join in what we do at the end of Soul Sessions is a healing prayer. And we pray and send light for the healing of body, mind, and spirit. And we do it in 3 waves of sending light to give from the overflow, to give from the overflow. And I don't know about you, but that 8 minutes and 46 seconds when we're sitting in a space of love really can transform the world. I don't know if you felt a shift on the inside, but I really did. So I want to thank you all for creating that space. And so if you feel comfortable affirming after me, I'll say an affirmation before each one of these, and then I'll pause for a minute so that you can say it out loud too. Okay, so it'll start like this. O infinite divine beloved.
O infinite divine beloved.
Thou art in me.
Thou art in me.
Thou art in all.
Thou art in all.
Manifest thy healing presence in their bodies.
Manifest thy
healing presence in their bodies.
So that we use these bodies.
We use these bodies.
Act in love.
Act in love. In love.
So we're going to rub our hands together like this. Feeling that energy charge through our being, igniting every cell. We are little towers of energy. That's what we are as human beings. So we're going to raise our hands above our heads and chant Om for the body. O infinite divine beloved.
O infinite divine beloved.
Thou art in me.
Thou art in me.
Thou art in all.
Thou art in all.
Manifest thy healing presence in their minds.
Manifest thy healing.
We're going to roll our hands together like this. Feeling that energy build up. One of the things I love Yogananda would say is each one of us has enough energy. Every gram of flesh could light the city of Chicago. We could power the city of Chicago for 2 days with electricity. We're made of condensed electricity. So get full of yourselves, get caught up in yourself, and know that you are a force field for good. And we're going to raise our hands above our heads and let's chant Om for the mind. Om. O infinite divine beloved.
Infinite divine beloved.
Thou art in me.
Thou art in me.
Thou art in all.
Thou art in all.
Manifest thy healing presence in their souls.
Manifest
thy healing presence in their souls.
Now we're gonna go back, growing that soul back out in sacred remembrance. We are one. And just know that when you send it out to the world, it gets right to where you are sending it, to whom you're sending it. It's faster than the speed of light is the speed of love. And I like to imagine people getting caught in the crossfire, not even knowing what happened. Catching this wave of love, all of a sudden feeling this little jolt of goodness. Right. Here we go. And we're going to raise our hands and chant Om for the soul. Om. One more great big Om for world peace, harmony, and love. One human race. Om. Thank you for being with us here at Soul Sessions. We welcome you to SoulCall Ministries if it's your first time with us. There are a lot of Soul Sessions archived on our YouTube channel, SoulCall Ministries. And we invite you to participate in anything we might be doing. If there's something special we could do for you in your community, hold a vigil or a special Soul Sessions for someone or some cause. Right now, Black Lives Matter is where we're hanging out, because until we get this all going, right? There are a lot of resources in our newsletter. If you're not in the newsletter, if you want to know how to get more involved in your area, you can find more resources on our website, soulcallministries.org. I want to thank once again Reverend Christy Hardwick. Namaste. Thank you for being with us. And Sarah Kroll joining us from Oakland. And Natalia Zuckerman. Thank you. And to all of you, give yourself a sacred thank you for being who you are and showing up in the beautiful way that you all do. Know that you are loved beyond measure. Thank you. We're going to send you off with, what do we have there? Is it waiting? What did you find?
Now here.
Wade in the water, wade in the water, children. Wade in the water, my hands gonna trouble the water. I'm gonna wade in the water. You gotta wade in the water, children. Wade in the water. My God's gonna trouble the water. Well, now you see those children all dressed up in white. God's gonna trouble the water. You know they must be the children of His light. God's gonna trouble the water. Well, now you wanna wade in the water. Wade in the water, children. Wade on it. God on the
Table.
Bless and bless. The water. They come a long way, ain't turning back. See the children, they're dressed up in blue. You know my God's gonna trouble the water. I see it looks like my people, they're coming on through. Well, my God's gonna trouble the water. Well, everybody is waiting, 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 children, waiting, waiting, children, waiting, in the water, my God's gonna trouble the water. See those children dressed troubled water. You know it must be the children that Moses led, my God. On troubled water. See those children all dressed in green. God's gonna trouble the water. You know they're moving down to that Jordan stream. But God's gonna trouble the water. Come on, now, wait the water, my children. Wait the water, my children. Wait on in the water, children. Wait in the water, in the water. My God, the water. We know some say Peter and some say Paul. My God, my God. Well, you know there ain't but one God made us all. God's gonna trouble the water. Everybody on the down, wait on the water, wait in the water, wait in the water, you know my God's gonna trouble the water. Wait, my God's gonna trouble the water. Oh, my God, trouble the water. My God, I'm telling my God's gonna trouble the water. God is gonna trouble the water.
Peace, love, and many blessings, everyone. Yeah, and I got it. If you are interested in making contributions or donations to SoulCall Ministries, you can do that at soulcallministries.org/give, and know that your consciousness is the greatest gift in the world. So many blessings, and thank you for what we co-created this evening. Good night.
Thank you. Lovely.
Bye.
Good night. Bye.